Calling 047. Control Central to 047. Hello, 047. You have 180 seconds to countdown. Repeat, countdown at 180. Give us a reading, please, Colonel. Come in, 047.
047 to Central. This is Earhart. Our flight time to the platform will be 5-6 minutes. Arrival at 14:56. U.S. Mountain Standard. Please note, radar and ejection system are calibrated to begin transmitting at exactly 45 minutes. Repeat, the computer will receive our signal at 4-5 minutes. Please set up the relay course correction immediately. Navigator ready now. Stand by. You'll pick up, AC.
No, 1 second, Chief. Okay. Bradford to Central. Our trajectory will be minimum for the distance. Burnout at 4 minutes, 52 seconds. Altitude 63 miles. Peak velocity 18,500. Over. Hope they've program checked that brain since our last time.
Good. That's good for now, Ace. Besides, manual correction's no problem. Keeps the navigator on his toes. How goes it back there, Mr. Observer?
Good, sir. Screen's on fine-tuning since -10. Camera's on rangefinder from 0 to 1,075 miles. Is there anything else, Colonel?
Fasten the brace, lie back in your harness, and relax. From the toes, as your instructor would say. Seriously, how do you feel, Lieutenant?
Strong as a bull, sir. Do you think that
I think you'll do very well indeed. The first time is not necessarily the hardest, believe me. In fact, all right, get set, both of you. Here comes the count.
5 seconds. Countdown.
Stay loose, Lieutenant, but don't let your eyes wander from those instruments.
Right, sir.
30, 29, 28, 27, 26.
Fuel entering now, Chief.
25, 24.
Generator going.
23, 22, 21.
Slow down on your
20,
intake.
19,
And watch those bumps.
18, 17.
Pressure normal.
16.
Chamber
15,
approaching full.
14, 13, 12, 11.
Safety.
10, 9, 8,
047 to Central. 047 to Central. Vertical at +10. Starting to spin at +14. Veering at 1717. Your baby, over and out.
Last stage burnout complete at 4:55, Chief. Stabilizer's normal.
That 3 seconds is a gift. And stop worrying. Old Faithful got it solved before we even signed off. Oh, which reminds me, you still with us, Lieutenant?
Think so. I'll know better when I get this elephant off my chest.
Those stars you're seeing, they're not for real, not yet, that is. We're approaching twilight at better than 18,000 mph. Your lungs will begin to acclimate very soon, like an athlete learning to run the mile or swim long distances. Speaking of which, take a look at your screen now, Lieutenant.
Wow. The Earth is dropping away like crazy, and it's turning.
Correction. The rotation is our own doing. Clockwise around the longitudinal axis from +14.
As I was saying, Lieutenant, can you make out any familiar landmarks on the surface?
It's hard to tell for the clouds, sir, but... Oh, wait a minute. I see a town sitting on the edge of a lake. At least I think it's a lake.
From our position, I'd say that town you see is Los Angeles. Yonder lake is the Pacific Ocean.
Wow.
All right, now get set for another surprise. Something you can tell the folks at home about. I'm talking about free fall, Lieutenant.
Well, we've simulated it, sir, in training, but to actually leave the Earth's gravitational field...
Is an impossibility, Lieutenant. Between the Earth's influence and that of the moon, for example, one may theoretically arrive at a neutral point. However...
I understand, sir. It's a matter of terminology.
Right. In effect, we enter free fall when the rocket motors stop. But don't unbuckle till I tell you. Ace, you take the first step. Show our observer how it's done. Good. Think you can follow that, Lieutenant?
Holy cow! I mean, that's quite a sight. Standing head down.
Come join the fun. But only watch out for that king post.
Breaks and sprains come very easy when you're weightless, you know. Okay. Off with the harness. Now, with one hand, press up slowly. Don't shove, but press away with the tips of your fingers gradually. That's right. Don't be afraid.
Wow. Hey, this is incredible. It's just like drifting underwater. It's the funniest sensation I've ever felt. It's kind of hard to breathe. Colonel, I'm blanking out.
Easy, you're still winded from the acceleration. Here. Gotcha. Now take this dram, hold on to the bulkhead. You have plenty of time to practice aboard the spaceship. Now, how do you feel? Better?
Okay, sir. I'm sorry I panicked. The cabin was starting to spin.
You didn't panic. You reacted. We'll see that you pull in the right direction next time. All right, back into the suspenders. Our correction shot is due in 30 seconds.
Will this be like the first lift, Colonel? I mean, so many gravs all at once?
No, just enough to parallel our approach with that of the platform. Open your screen so we can pick her up. Save the tuning until we're within 10 miles. Got it?
Right, sir.
Engine and compass controls on receiving, Chief. I'm keeping the manual open.
Good. We should be sighting at any moment. Once the booster...
Object at 110 degrees, Colonel, and approaching fast.
All right, hold on. Here we go. Stay in your straps until I give the order. Next stop, the space platform. Remarkable, isn't it, Lieutenant, that such extensive rocket repairs and refueling are handled right here on the space station. This airlock is a regular service hangar, besides housing a full-scale observatory, transmitter, hydroponics plant.
What about spaceships, sir, where atomics are involved?
Reactors attended through servo mechanisms at a distance of several miles from here. Men have to re-enter the station through a decontamination area. Highest paying job in the service.
Will we be wearing suits out to the ship, Colonel?
No. Through that door is a shuttle rocket, which offers all the protection we'll need. Come on, it's time to board. There'll be suits aboard the ship, Lieutenant, but only for landing and emergencies en route.
You mean, sir, we're going across in that? Oh, there's hardly room enough.
More than enough, Lieutenant. Besides, the trip will be brief. Men will soon be crossing in high-altitude suits and breathing gear. Portable jets are in the design stage for holding directionally or attaching, like in the old comic strip. Me first, you follow. Now close and bolt the safety. It's part of the ignition circuit. No power unless you really slam to.
Thanks for the tour of the space station, sir. Well, I'll never forget this first flight as long as I live.
Ready, Lieutenant? All you have to do is thrust, watch your stabilizers, and begin braking when I tell you. Settings are manual, and you're the driver.
Pardon, sir?
That's why I boarded first. You're behind the controls, so take her away.
But, Colonel, our training was only simulated.
All the more reason not to delay. First-hand experience, son. Opportunity is knocking right on this mercury switch.
Colonel!
Good work, Lieutenant. Just follow what I say, and while there's time, look behind you.
Wow. What a view.
Virtually an island of civilization in space. Man's whistle stop to the stars, eh? Imagine what it's taken to conceive that station. The years of effort, balancing men and supplies in orbit, the heartbreaks, and now this crown of glory circling 1,075 miles above the earth.
contrast.
Mean that old egg beater? Yes. It's ugly but efficient and more comfortable than you can possibly imagine. At least for the 120 hours we'll be aboard.
Those fuel tanks in the rigging, sir, if they could be discarded along the way.
Indeed, they are. As soon as each has been individually exhausted. If you're wondering whether this will reduce our flight time, the answer is no. The fuel output for anything over minimum escape velocity will rise astronomically. Excuse the pun. It'll take practically all the propellant we have there to reach 7 miles per second, decelerate, and land. And while we're about it, set your forward burners on low. Better start braking now.
Sir, I can't get any power forward. There's no response.
Hold everything. Stabilizers, quick. Pull up on X, plus 20 on your Y coordinates.
Plus 20 it is, sir.
Now, full thrust on rear engine control.
But, sir, we'll plow right into that ship.
Brace yourself. Hold on. There we go.
Sir, yes, we made it. What was that?
I think our navigator has saved us from an otherwise slow and tedious rescue operation. Look there, Lieutenant, below. You see that line feeding out of the ship? That's a magnetic grapple, and we're on the receiving end. We're slowing down already.
I don't understand, sir. If Ace is aboard the spaceship, how did he know?
Good question. I'm not sure myself. One thing's certain, he knew before we did what would happen. We can thank our stars for that. Whoa! Feel that difference? We're getting real backward now. What I can't figure is the time required to plot target, aim, and fire an emergency unit like that. We'll know soon enough.
Oh, wow. Am I glad that's over with. Strap safe to open up now, sir?
Hold it. Yes. Yeah. The pressure reading outside your door area is 14 pounds normal. The bumpers are holding okay. You'll set foot directly into the airlock, close and equalize again, and shake hands with our lifeguard.
What in blue blazes are you guys up to? Rehearsing for a circus or something? Such a harebrained maneuver I never...
Just a minute, friend. You don't think I planned it that way? And just how did you uncover our problem so fast, anyway?
You didn't know that tug was being worked on? Oh, no, obviously not. Well, the forward lines were shot, Chief, and had to be replaced. Only the service guy got called away before he had a chance. The leads were disconnected, and when you took off...
The space station radioed ahead and you peeled off the grapple, I see. Uh-huh. That was a beautiful job of harpooning you did, Ace. The lieutenant and I thank you.
Especially me. Now I know how Moby Dick must have felt.
Yes. Well, at least this is one sea story with a happy ending, though. You better notify them that we're taking off right away, Ace. And that we'll leave the equipment in orbit for salvage at their convenience.
Right, Chief.
We won't be much trouble with acceleration on this run, Lieutenant. One grab will be ample until we reach escape velocity. Then free fall until we pass neutral between Earth and the Moon. The turnover will be gradual. Our gyros are triggered by the computer. We'll get buzz from Control Central in advance. Here's our pilot's room, Lieutenant. See, it's all done with instruments. Nothing in the flight pattern can be left to chance anymore, since these runs became commercialized. Our cargo includes precision mining equipment from Mars and the lunar base. We can't afford to jeopardize it. Right,